Joining me now is Gadi Adelman. He's a counterterrorism expert and advisor. Gadi, good to have you back on the show with us. Gadi, what was Israel likely targeting with these latest strikes?
Well, first, let me just paint a quick picture. Tel al Hara is 3,698 feet above sea level, and it's only about 12 kilometers to Israel from that position. So it gives an overview. It's one of the highest peaks, if not the highest peak in southern Syria, that still allows Syria to overlook Israel and intercept a lot of different things, communications, things of that sort. But it also gives a high ground for missile or rocket activity. Back in April, there was a Lebanese news outlet that reported that Hezbollah had been in talks with the Syrian military about establishing observation posts on Tel al Hara. So it's really not a surprise that this happened preemptively.
As you say, a very strategic point, which is why the Israeli Defense Force had to take action against it. But I want to get to who you think is putting the danger for Israel there, because that particular area was recaptured by the Syrian Arab Army last July. So is Israel now taking out Syrian and Iranian targets?
Well, I wouldn't say that they're taking out Syrian targets. You know, we have to remember Syria is a sovereign nation. But if they're going to allow, be it Hezbollah, which is a proxy of Iran, or Iran itself with the Revolutionary Guard, to set up any type of areas that can attack Israel, be it a base or just a small area that they can fire from or start an attack from, Israel has to be preemptive. So, you know, regardless, is it Syria? Probably not. Given the fact that it was reported, like I said, back in April, that Hezbollah was going to set up an observation post there, I have a feeling that this was probably Hezbollah/Iran.
All right, Gadi, very quickly, how do you see this escalating?
Well, you know, this was one of my pet peeves that I've talked about on the show before, and you know I feel this way, that Israel is oftentimes, especially when it comes to Gaza and Hamas, they're reactive rather than preemptive. And they need to be really preemptive, as Netanyahu stated today, in the case of Syria, because Hezbollah is a much greater threat, has a lot more fighters. They're hardened because they've fought in the Syrian civil war for years. They're trained by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, and they have over 100,000 rockets and missiles.
Gadi, thanks as always. Gadi Adelman.